Jesus' teaching on the cost of being a disciple, as the New International Version headlines it, is couched in harsh, almost cold language. If anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple. And whoever does not carry their cross and follow me cannot be my disciple. This tough talk by Jesus, nonetheless, is using words like hate in verse 26 to mean something like, do not love your family or even your own life more than me. This interpretation is confirmed by the parallel account of Matthew 10, verse 37, where Jesus says exactly that. Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me, anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me. Furthermore, we know that elsewhere, Jesus reiterates old covenant commandments like honoring your parents and to love your neighbor as yourself in Matthew 19, verse 19. The word biblical commentary adds, in regards to Luke 14, verse 26, there's likely to be an allusion to Deuteronomy 33, verse 9, with its link in turn to Exodus 32, verses 27 to 29, where the Levites demonstrate that they are on the Lord's side by carrying out the required slaughter with a single mindedness that disregarded their own family ties. This background might also better explain Jesus' sometimes own seemingly cold and unloving interaction with his own family. For example, earlier in Luke chapter 2, the child Jesus says to his worried parents, "Why is it that you have been searching for me? Did you not know that it is my duty to be engaged upon my Father's business?" And according to Mark chapter 3, after the crowd informs Jesus his family is looking for him because they were trying to take him away, that is, to the loony bin, Jesus asks the crowd, "Who is my mother? Who are my brothers?" Then, looking at the crowd around him, Jesus says, "Look, these are my mother and brothers. Anyone who does God's will is my brother and sister and mother." So once again, Jesus clearly saw the familial rifts that would be created when someone became committed to his message of the coming kingdom of God. As Bart Ehrman says in his book, Jesus, Apocalyptic Prophet, after all, family tensions would be heightened immediately before the end of the age, according to Mark 13, verse 12. These anti-family traditions show that Jesus did not support what we today might think of as family values. But why not? Well, evidently, because Jesus was not teaching about the good society and about how to maintain it. The end was coming soon, and the present social order was being called radically into question. What mattered was not, ultimately, the strong family ties and social institutions of this world. What mattered was the new thing that was coming, the future kingdom. Ehrman goes on to say that it was impossible to promote this type of teaching while trying to retain the present social structure. That would be like trying to put new wine into old wineskins or trying to sew a new piece of cloth to an old garment. As any wine master or seamstress could tell you, it just won't work. The wineskins will burst and the garment will tear. New wine and new cloth require new wineskins and new garments. The old is passing away and the new is almost here. Mark 2, verses 18 to 22. And then Ehrman asks the question, does then seeking the kingdom above everything else also mean leaving even one's family behind? Yes, indeed. The common sense shared by modern proponents of family values notwithstanding, Jesus was quite unambiguous that even parents, siblings, spouses, and children were to be of no importance in comparison with the coming kingdom.